Good evening and welcome to match number 2, week 6 of the Juhu division of the Board of Roots Premier League. It's the Goodfellas Football Club versus the Conquerors. It's a match of on the points table, a team which is top of the points table versus a team which is 7th on the points table. The men in white here, Conquerors owned by Atit Gandhi, are top of the table with 12 points, 4 victories, 1 defeat. In 5 matches, 12 points, top of the table, whereas Samir Kochers and Ravi's Goodfellas 7th on the points table with 1 victory, 2 defeats and 2 draws, and with 5 points. That's before the start of the match. The clear favourites are the men in white, the Conquerors, but of course what stays on the paper doesn't necessarily mean that that is going to be the result. Who performs there? And if it's the day of the Goodfellas, they can of course bring a massive upset in week 6. On the attack there were Conquerors, as expected. They're on the attack. I'll just talk about the performance so far of the Conquerors. First week they defeated the Falcons 2-1 thanks to a goal from Vishal Jaisinghani and Umang Gandhi. Second week they defeated the Jets 1-0 thanks to a goal from Umang Gandhi. The third week they defeated Bay 49 1-0 again thanks to a goal from Bhargav Rawal. Fourth week they lost to Lions 1-2 and the only goal for them was scored by Bhargav Rawal. And last week they defeated the Mavericks in a nail-biting match. 50th minute goal that was scored by Vrushab Sikarwar. And that's the Conquerors, pardon me. So that was a convincing victory for the Conquerors last week. The last minute goal of course was for the Goodfellas. I'll just talk about them in the meanwhile. Is that a handball? No. The referee says that's fine. Perhaps I didn't watch it carefully. Conquerors there. Goodfellas were on the attack. Back to the goalkeeper of the Goodfellas. That's Aditya Desai with 14 saves, 4th on the leaderboard. I'll just talk off the performance of Goodfellas so far. First week they lost to the Jets 1-4. The only goal for them scored by Samay Ved. Second week was a draw against Bay 49. Third week draw against Mavericks 1-1 thanks to a goal from Wing Choi Chen. Fourth week they lost to Devils 1-2. Only goal for them was scored by Varun Sekhri. And last week was this was the nail biter between Goodfellas and the Falcons when Puneet Soni in the 50th minute scored and got the victory for the Goodfellas against the Falcons last week, that is. Right now it's the Goodfellas versus the Conquerors. Conquerors on the attack there. The far end, flag raised, and that's going to be an offside signal. The goalkeeper of the Goodfellas, Aditya Desai, as I said, 4th on the leaderboard with 14 saves, whereas for the Conquerors is Dev Kohli with 16 saves, 2nd on the leaderboard for the number of saves. Conquerors on the far end with a free kick. Nicely done in the penalty area. Punched away. Nicely done there was by Aditya Desai of the Goodfellas. Punched away. And scoreline still stays. It's 0-0 in the 4th minute that we are entering. Goal kick. Aditya Desai. Straight to Wing Choi Chen, not able to keep control on that. Kick in for the Conquerors. Looking for Kanav Sajdev, and that's off Wing Choi Chen. However, that's a foul maybe. Yes, he attacked was Wing Choi Chen, so that's going to be a free kick. He apologizes for that, is Choi. Nicely done there, good sporting spirit shown. Very rare that we've seen players apologizing to the referee. All that we've seen is the players literally pouncing on the referees. But good to see an apology coming in from a player to a referee. It's still 0-0. Love all, as they say in a few sports. 20 minutes remaining for the first half. It's the Goodfellas versus the Conquerors. On paper, definitely the Conquerors are the favourites. Top of the table that the Conquerors are. Are we expecting yet another goalless first half? Yes, always the cliched that there is always much to football than just goals. But of course, the entertaining part is when we see a lot of goals scored. Chance there for the Goodfellas. Nicely done. But what a counter attack that is from the Conquerors. It's the Conquerors versus the Goodfellas. It's 0-0. It's going to be a kick in. Chance. Kick in for the Conquerors. The men in white, they're owned by Atid Gandhi. The men in the red and black jersey, owned by Samir Kochar and Ravi. They call them the Goodfellas. So as we saw, it was Wing Choi Chen apologizing to the referee. So the Goodfellas, standing by the name, definitely the good fellows that they are. Conquerors with the kick in. Nicely done there. Giving no elevation. Chance there. Left footer. No strength whatsoever on the ball. Easily collected by Aditya Desai. Choi not able to keep it under control. It's going to be a kick in. It's going to be Soni, the one who scored the last minute's goal last Friday. Puneet Soni. Series of passes. Deflected. Keeper is the call. Nicely held by Dev Kohli. Is that a foul? Yes, nicely observed there. Tambe, if I'm not mistaken, is the referee there. And nicely observed, quickly given a foul. Still no bookings that we've seen in this matchup. Offside. Flag is raised at the far end from the assistant referee. And that's going to be yet another free kick for the Goodfellas. Scoreline still stays 0-0. Yes, Samir Kochar definitely missing of the Goodfellas, a known figure. And he had an injury. Last week also he wasn't playing. He had a word with us in the comm box. In the meanwhile, chance that was for the Conquerors. Definitely a chance. Not able to get the touch, the last deft touch in the penalty area. Avinash, that is, pardon me. In the meanwhile, it's straight to us in the comm box, over us. Nicely ducked there. And that's going to be a kick in for the Goodfellas. Yes, it's Puneet Soni. Puneet Soni takes responsibility. He's the captain, the skipper of the Goodfellas with the armband. Nice long ball, header, still in the air. Goodfellas looking for the attack, not able to get it. Series of passes. Arjit, that is, with the right foot on the far end. Looking to jump, just not able to time his jump right there. He's frustrated with his attempt there. But that's what happened in the game of football. So fast paced, that is jersey number 7, that was of the Conquerors, Vishal Jaisinghani. Just not able to time his jump right on that occasion. Nonetheless, super player that Vishal is. With the right foot, just not on the mark. Scoreline still stays. It's 0-0 as the same tennis. It's a love all. The attack, the Goodfellas not able to keep it under control there. Chance, that's again outside, straight to the substitutes. Goodfellas with the kick in. Yes, that's the rule we have in the Bodog Roots Premier League. It's an outside. It won't be signalled. It won't be given as a kick in. But it's, pardon me, it won't be a throw in, but it's going to be a kick in. Puneet Soni once again. He's the kick in expert, perhaps, of the Goodfellas. Nicely done there. That's the reason he's the expert there. That's a push, definitely a push there. Nicely observed by the referee. And the Goodfellas, as they are also admitting to the mistake. Nice to see that. Scoreline stays at 0-0. Chance there. Good defense by the Goodfellas. Yes, that's what being said by their dugout as well. That's good defense. That's going to be a corner for the Conquerors, owned by Aditya Gandhi. The Conquerors with the corner, not on the mark there. In the meanwhile, we have just number 27 of the Conquerors, who's just arriving, or is he of the Goodfellas? We'll just get confirmation whenever he's on the ground. And nonetheless, it's yet another corner on the far end for the Conquerors. Aditya Gandhi's Conquerors, table toppers that they are. With the left footer, chance, nicely punched out by Aditya Desai. Expertly done there, nicely done. That's the advantage goalkeepers have. Can go with the jump above their heads and punch it away, and that's exactly what Aditya Desai did. He has had one clean sheet, is Aditya Desai, in the second match against Bay 49, but none so far for Dev Kohli of the Conquerors. He's had one. He's had a couple of clean sheets, pardon me, is for the Conquerors. I'll just give you confirmation on that. Very sorry for that. With Dev Kohli. Second match against the Jets. Third match against Bay 49. Last week against the Mavericks. Dev Kohli of the Conquerors have had 3 clean sheets. Super work that was has been by Dev Kohli. Whereas for Aditya Desai, it has been on 2 occasions. Second week Bay 49 0-0, and last week when they defeated the Falcons 1-0. 2 clean sheets for the Goodfellas, Aditya Desai, and 3 for Dev Kohli of the Conquerors. Meanwhile, corner on the far end for the Goodfellas. Chance there, a little bit of power on that right footer that was of the corner. That's going to be an outside, a kick in. It's going to be for the Conquerors. Passing it along, keeping possession. Nice back pass again. Series of passes. Joy in the question there. Dvesh still keeping possession. Punit Soni there. Skipper takes control. Over to the Conquerors. Nicely done there. Long ball. Arjit looking to shoot. Takes up time. He's won himself a corner perhaps. No, it's going to be a goal kick. So brilliant defense by the Goodfellas. Wait. In the meanwhile, we might have a substitution. It looks like it's Kanav of the Goodfellas. Kanav Hingorani, who comes in place of Dvesh of the Goodfellas. Dvesh Kamdar goes out, and it's Kanav Hingorani who comes in. In the meanwhile, yes, long leg there of Choi. It's going to be a free kick for the Goodfellas. Once again, that man, Punit Soni. Nice one there, but no trouble. Chance there. Oh, Dev Kohli. What a miss that could have proven. He's second on the leaderboard for the number of saves, but it happens from the best tests as well. Once again, just not able to get the perfect connection on the right footer was Dev Kohli. The right footer chance. Dev Kohli there once again. Choi with the passes, series of passes there. Not able to get it on the mark. Taken over by the Conquerors. Long run. Samay, Suvir, Choi, Avinash in the clutter. Eventually it's the Conquerors. Back to Choi, and that's a handball. That's going to be a handball. Free kick is going to be for the Goodfellas. Nicely done. Good long ball. The right footer, just not on the mark there. Just not on the mark. That's once again going to be a goal kick for the Conquerors. Nice long ball. Header, it's the goalkeeper there, Aditya Desai, of the left side of your screen of the Goodfellas. 14 saves, 4th on the leaderboard that he is. Chance, free kick, that was a kick in, that is side kick as we like to call it in the Bodog Roots Premier League. Nice ball. Joy, that's Goodfellas once again kicking chances there. Looking for the pass, Punit Soni. Joy deflected off him. Suvir. And time. Shouldered, that is once again in the air there. Look at the hang time there. Chance, is that a push there? Definitely is. Yes, observed by the referee. Certain shoulder push that was. And he's been given as a foul. Free kick for the Goodfellas. It's been awarded. 15.5 minutes remaining for the first half. Good long ball. Not able to keep control. Good long ball. Chance. Nicely done there by Aditya Desai of the Goodfellas. 14 saves. He's 4th on the leaderboard. Foul. Definitely. Unhappy is Punit Soni with that. He's completely upset. It's a yellow card. Suvir in the 15th minute. Jersey number 15, pardon me. In the 10th minute has been booked. Is Suvir Bhatia. In the 10th minute is a yellow card to jersey number 15. Suvir Gandhi will have to be careful now. He's been booked once. Soni was completely upset with that aggressive tackle, but he was able to maintain his calmness, able to maintain his tempo there, which is important there. So it's the first yellow card of the matchup. That's Suvir Bhatia, jersey number 15 of the Conquerors, who has been booked for an aggressive tackle. No trouble there for Aditya Desai, nicely clearing it away. It's going to be a kick in, side kick from the far end. Chance there. Whoa, that could have been close. Yes, but that's yet again going to be a goal kick. The scoreline still says it's 0-0. 13 minutes remaining for the first half. Good long ball, header, ball kept in play. Series of passes once again. Just a quick reminder, it's match between the table toppers versus a team which are 7th on the points table. It's the Conquerors who have played 5 matches, 4 victories, just a defeat. Whereas for the Goodfellas, 5 matches, just a victory, 2 draws and 2 defeats. The meanwhile substitution there, Choi just being given a breather. And jersey number 12 of the Goodfellas come in. That's Dr. Jai Shah. Good to have doctors also playing the game of football. And that's Dr. Jai Shah who's walked in. Arjit looking for the pass. Nice play there by Arjit. Meanwhile, we might have yet another substitution. Looks like it's Asija of the Goodfellas will be coming in. That's jersey number 9. Rajiv Asija in place of jersey number 21. That's Samay Ved. Side kick on the long side. Chance, Punit Soni taken over by the Conquerors. Chance for a counter attack. Chance there, looking for the left footer. Chance, no, there, just not on the mark there. Excitement being created, but just not being converted into a goal so far. Might have yet another substitution. No, he's just being called on for a quick piece of advice from one of the owners of the Goodfellas, Samir Kochar, who has just arrived. Header. Ball kept in play. Series of headers. Puneet. Taken over by the Conquerors. Good tackle. That was nicely done by Arjit, and that's a foul. Foul, but there's still no booking. Unhappy with the decision of the Conquerors, but that's going to be a foul, a free kick for the Conquerors. It's nicely taken. Rahil just wasn't there. Was Rahil Thakor.
Guys, ask for the ball, ask for the ball. Talk to each other. Talk to each other.
Side kick for Puneet of the Goodfellas. Nicely done on the far hand. Superb work here by the Goodfellas. Can they convert? No, again. Nicely collected by Dev Kohli. Yes, the manager unhappy. Managers, I should say, of the Goodfellas. I can see 4 of them giving away instructions. Of course, there's one Samir Kocher, and the remaining just giving a lot of advices, a lot of long and large shouts there to the players coming in from the dugout. Samay left footer on the mark there, but nicely collected. That was by Dev Kohli. Chance, keeper attacks and nicely collects is Aditya Desai. Chance for the Goodfellas. In possession, no, missed out. Scoreline still reads 0-0. Goodfellas versus the Conquerors. Conquerors on the attack, perhaps they are. Series of passes. Yes, nicely done there. 10 minutes remaining. We are exactly 15 minutes done. 10 minutes to go. Oh, just get confirmation from the referees. Thank you for that. It's 22 minutes done. So it's around 3 minutes remaining. Get confirmation from the referees. Thank you. There, chance off the crossbar. How close was that in the clutter as well? You can just what a playback this is going to be. You can just rewind on your timelines there if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. But what a series of play. What a play that was. Gets the appreciation from the dugout of the Goodfellas. Almost there on the goal. But however, not able to convert with the Goodfellas. In the meanwhile, a substitution there for the Conqueror, jersey number 27. That's Sahil Parekh comes in place of jersey number 15, Suvir Bhatia, who has been given a booking once on the 10th minute. Nice long ball. It's SP there, jersey number 27, Sahil Parekh. Just a couple of minutes remaining for the first half to come to an end. Good ball, nicely headed away by the Conquerors. Good clearance. Counter attack for sure. Nicely headed by Puneet Soni. That is super stuff by the skipper. Manav and SP. Still Manav going in on the attack there. Nicely done by Arjit. Sweet stuff by Arjit. Nice melodious stuff. That's what you expect when the name is Arjit. Passes there. Still the Conquerors. Still the Conquerors passing it along. That's going to be a side kick. Just a minute and a half remaining for this first half to come to an end. As you can see on your screen, it's a minute and a half remaining. Entering the 24th minute of this first half of match number 2, week 6 of the Juhu division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Nicely done there in the penalty area. Header just not on the mark there again. So chances being created, a lot of chances being created, but still not able to convert it on any occasions. Good long ball, header, ball kept in play. The Conquerors, Goodfellas looking for the counter there, left footer. Nicely done there by Dev Kohli. First punches it and then finally holds on to it. But that was a good attempt by the Goodfellas. Goodfellas once again. It's that man, Asija, with the left footer. The shoe that comes out. Oh, whose shoe is that? Just have to get that back. In his foot is Arjit. In the meanwhile, had a brilliant series of play that was. Jersey number 7, that was of the Conquerors, Vishal Jaisinghani. And there goes the whistle at the end of the first half. Conquerors versus Goodfellas. The scoreline stays 0-0. Welcome to second half of match number 2, week 6 of the Bodog Roots Premier League Juhu division. Goodfellas versus the Conquerors. At the end of the first half, the scoreline read 0-0. Starting, it's a match of 50 minutes. Just a quick reminder, 2 halves of 25 minutes each. It's going to be a corner in the very first minute of the second half. 26th minute, that is. Conquerors, the men in white, scoring from the left to the right now. Conquerors from the right to the left, they'll be going. The Goodfellas, the men in the red and black jersey. Favorites, definitely the Conquerors, they're top of the table. Whereas the Goodfellas are 7th on the points table. Going to be a free kick for the Goodfellas. The skipper, Puneet Soni, with the good header there. Chance, nicely done. That was by Dev Kohli. Expertly done. However, that's an offside signal. The flag was raised, but still, always better to be safe was the thought behind Dev Kohli's attack there. Nicely done. Conquerors, good position taken. Not able to hold on to it. Joy Sachdev. Series of passes. That's where the half-time break is important. Discussions, formations, strategies can be discussed. Unlike other sports, after every small break, after every few minutes, there is a break in a few sports. Not to happen in the game of football. It's a team sport. But the only time that the team gets to regroup, gather, discuss is the half-time. And that's where the captain, the player, the coach, the manager, the owner at the Bodog Roots Premier League of every team can sit together, discuss on the strategies and create formations to be implemented in the second half. That's an offside again. The flag was raised. Aditya Desai with 14 saves, 4th on the leaderboard. Passing it on. Goodfellas keeping possession. That's what they'll have to keep on doing. Goodfellas owned by Samir Kochhar and Ravi. The Conquerors owned by Atit Gandhi. Going to a kick in on the far end for the men in white there. That's the Conquerors. Sitting on top of the table. They'll need to get a victory to maintain their position. Or they're at the top of the table means that they'll have to get a victory to maintain the standards that they've set for themselves in the Bodog Roots Premier League. Always important to thank our sponsors, of course. Our title sponsor Bodog, our branding partner The Flag Company, hydration partner Meequa, beverage partner Raw Pressery, of course our broadcast partner One Play Sports. Conquerors once again on the far end. The side kick. Nicely done. Headers. That could have been close, but no trouble for Aditya Desai. Lets it go. As I said, cricket well left by Aditya Desai. That's going to be a corner. It looks like it's going to be Arjit of the Conquerors. The men in white, Arjit Kanani, with the corner on the right side of your screen, the right flank. Arjit, good ball there, looking for the header, does not get the support. Goodfellas, right footer, not on the mark, just not on the mark there, not on the money. Nice goal kick taken there. Goodfellas keeping possession. Nicely done so far, given away to the Conquerors. Joy there. Exciting to see having Choi Chen always. Passes, is it a push? Play on, says referee Tambe. Is that a foul? Yes, it is on this occasion. We have had one booking so far. That is in the 10th minute. Subir Bhatia of the Conquerors, jersey number 15, was booked in the 10th minute. And we haven't seen bookings after that or before that. Just one so far of this matchup. "20 minutes remaining for this matchup. It's a free kick for the Goodfellas. Gets deflected there. Meanwhile, that's going to be a kick in. Side kick for the Goodfellas. Nicely taken there, looking for possession, Goodfellas. Choi. Series of headers, Arjit. Back to Choi. Again, series of headers. Missing it out there. This outfield here is a little forgiving, a little slow here at Juhu in Bandra. The St. Andrews Turf Park is very fast, the outfield. Perhaps can be a reason why we see a lot of goals scored there. Not the same in Juhu. Corner for the Goodfellas. Looking for the header. Nicely done there, but gets a defender in the way. Nicely done there by the defense of the Conquerors. Goodfellas again. Choi looking for Vyas, maybe. No, still looking for the pass. Or the Goodfellas, pardon me. Series of passes back to Soni. Nice, good long ball to Kanav, and he's won himself a corner. He's just number 7, Kanav Hingorani. Nicely done by Kanav. It's going to be a corner on the left flank of your screen there, left side of your tablet, phone, laptop, tabletops. Kanav Hingorani. Good ball, nicely taken by Kanav, left footer. Chance, nicely cleared away. No trouble whatsoever. Nicely cleared away by the Conquerors. Both these teams would like to have a victory. It's important for the Conquerors to have a victory because they are top of the table. So they like to continue their performance. Whereas the Goodfellas need a victory because they are 7th on the points table. In the meanwhile, it's a substitutions from both the ends, and it's Suvir Bhatia, the Conquerors, who comes in. He's been booked once. He'll have to be careful under the booking, and he'll be sent off with a red card. And that's a chance wasted by the Conquerors. 18 minutes remaining. Kick in for the Goodfellas. Yes, Vyas there. Vyas a little carried away by the moment. The heat of the moment there. Important to keep the ball behind the line. Nicely taken there. It was a chance for the Goodfellas, but is it a counter for the Conquerors? No, way above the crossbar it goes. Chance wasted yet again. On the attack are the Conquerors. No, says the referee. Denied. It's a brilliant setup here at the Bodog Roots Premier League. We're getting you live action on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Yesterday we didn't get you action because yesterday's matches have been postponed to Monday. That is the Bandra South Division. Whereas the Bandra North was on Wednesday. Juhu Division is on Friday. It's around 8:45 IST. This match will be ending at 9. And then of course we'll be having the last match. That is the Bombay Devils versus the Bodog Jets at around 9:10 IST, 9:10 PM IST, that is. The meanwhile is still on. As I was talking about, it's a good setup here. We're getting you actions on Juhu's from the Jamnabai Nursery Turf Park. It's a turf park that opened last year. It's a brilliant big field there right outside, right opposite the Jamnabai Nursery School in Juhu, historic school that the Jamnabai is. And also the ISKCON in the vicinity, always an important religious place there in the city of Mumbai. Also, Juhu is where the who's who of Bollywood resides. The headquarters of Bollywood Mumbai is a lot of film stars, actors, celebrities reside in Juhu. And of course the Juhu Beach, the Juhu Chowpatty, as we like to call it in Mumbai, also in the vicinity. In the meanwhile, on the attack, Conquerors does not get it on the mark. Getting desperate are both these teams. 15 minutes remaining. The scoreline still stays 0-0. The meanwhile, substitution. It looks like jersey number 27 of the Conquerors comes in. That's Sahil Parekh in place of Bhargav Raval. Again, no restrictions on the number of substitutions. There can be running substitutions, no restrictions on the same. Shanay. Nicely taken by Shanay. Looking for the nice deft touch. Not getting it right. Yes, for the Conquerors, as they get update from a statistician here, that is, as per the last match, the Conquerors defeated Mavericks 1-0. The only goal scorer was Rushabh Sikarwar. The goal scorer is missing from action today. Meanwhile, on the attack with the Conquerors, nicely done by Aditya Desai. He's on the 4th of the leaderboard with 14 saves, and those saves are definitely going up. And this was definitely a brilliant save by Aditya Desai. Meanwhile, it's Samay, jersey number 21 of the Goodfellas, coming in. Meanwhile, corner, chance wasted. A chance wasted for sure. Side kick in for the Goodfellas. Scoreline stays 0-0. 14 minutes remaining. Nice long ball, chance, header, hang time there, air time, Suvir gets it. Goodfellas keeping possession, series of fouls there, okay says the referee, play on says the referee. Unhappy Sony with the decision. And in the meanwhile, that's going to be a corner. Yet another corner this is going to be for the Conquerors. Conquerors with corner. Chance, header, good defense. Still in the clutter there. Still chance, left footer. Brilliant work. Super stuff that was by Dev Kohli. Brilliant save. Definitely one of the best saves that we've seen this evening by Dev Kohli. He's second on the points table on the leaderboard with 16 saves. Header, nicely done, but the Goodfellas take it back with them. Possession back with the Goodfellas. Nicely done. Series of passes. Series of passes there. Ball goes out of play. Kick in for the Goodfellas. Nice long ball. In the area, going for the right footer, just not connect, just does not connect, hit the lamp post, light post there, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Conquerors. 12 minutes remaining, exactly the halfway stage of the second half that we are. 12 minutes remaining, still no goal scored. Will there be a lead taken by any of these teams? Can the Goodfellas get an upset? Or will the Conquerors maintain their winning streak? Or will it be none? It can still be a 0-0 draw.
Tell him.
11.5 minutes remaining for this matchup to come to an end. 0-0, Goodfellas versus the Conquerors. Nice right footer, ball header above the crossbar. Good effort that was, brilliant attempt with the header, but just not able to keep control on the trajectory of that was jersey number 9 of the Goodfellas. That's Rajiv Asija. Brilliant effort from him, but just a little more mass than he would have liked with that header attempt. Yes, Avinash there was blinded for a minute there, but with the call from the dugout, quickly reacts, and that's again a chance wasted. Nicely held by the goalkeeper of the Goodfellas, Dev Kohli. It's been brilliant goalkeeping so far. On the attack, the Conquerors. Chance there, right footer, nicely done. Oh, headers, whoa. Suvir not able to keep possession. Back to the Conquerors. Back to Suvir. Still the Conqueror, series of passes. Suvir, can he shoot? He shoots, but not the bestest of attempt that was. Straight to Dev Kohli. Right foot there. Meanwhile, you might have a substitution. It's jersey number 10, Bhargava of the Conquerors, who comes in. Chance, no. Bhargav Rawal, that is.
Chennai, go, Savi. Chennai, go.
9.5 minutes remaining for this matchup. It's going to be a side kick there on the far end for the Goodfellas. Nice ball there, chance. Nobody jumped there for the header. Perhaps not in the reach is what they anticipated. Nonetheless, scoreline still stays at 0-0. 9 minutes remaining. We are entering the 41st minute now. 9 minutes to go for this matchup. Chance, good long ball there. Nice spotting done. Chance for the Conquerors. It was Sahdev, was it? Jersey number 9 of the Conquerors. Karan Sajdev, that is, pardon me. Good ball in the penalty area. Chance, header, series of headers. Nicely done by Dev Kohli. Attacks and saves yet another chance for the Goodfellas. Just not giving them a chance are both these goalkeepers. On the left side of your screen is Aditya Desai of the Goodfellas. Right side, Dev Kohli of the Conquerors. Brilliant goalkeeping on display. Chance there with the left footer, not on the mark, just not on the mark. Meanwhile, we might have a substitution for the men in white there, Conquerors. It's once again jersey number 7, that's Jai Singhani, Vishal Jai Singhani comes as a substitute in place of jersey number 27, that's Sahil Parekh. Again, no restrictions on the number of substitutions at the Bodog Roots Premier League. It's always running substitutions. It's just that convenient and helpful for the managers to keep their best players nice and hydrated. Of course, this is the highest quality of amateur football in Mumbai. Chance there again for the Conquerors. Sajdev, that was Karan Sajdev, not able to keep it on the mark. Meanwhile, that's going to be a corner for the Conquerors. Players unhappy with that decision. 7 minutes remaining for this matchup. Good ball, chance, header. Just not on the mark there. Just not on the mark so far, both these teams. Meanwhile, substitution maybe. Looks like. Yes, it is. So it's Wing Choi Chen. Last 6.5 minutes and he's back on to play after a big breather. Asija has been told to take a rest. Suir. Series of balls, series of passes. Looks like yet another substitution coming from the Goodfellas. It's going to be Kanav once again, jersey number 7 of the Goodfellas. Kanav Hingorani will be coming in. It looks like it's Twish who will be walking off Goodfellas. Varun. Nicely done there, aggressive stuff. Yes, it's Kanav who comes into play. In place of, it's Twish, jersey number 3, who's been substituted. Twish Kamdar. A little less than 6 minutes remaining for this matchup. Always important to thank our sponsors. The Roots Premier League title sponsor Bodog. Our branding partner The Flag Company, hydration partner Miqua, beverage partner Raw Pressery, and of course our broadcasting partner One Play Sports. Right footer, chance again, just deviating there, not on the mark. Long ball, header kept in play. Wing, Kanav. Looking for Choi. It's passed on to jersey number 10 of the Goodfellas. That's Varun Sekhri. Varun, long ball there in the penalty area, can be dangerous. Still with the Goodfellas. Nicely cleared by the Conquerors. Nicely done by the Conquerors. Still can be anyone's ball there. That's going to be an outside. That's going to be a kick in for the Conquerors. Conquerors looking for Bhargav, header there, not on the mark by Karan Sajdev. Will be unhappy with his effort there. It's Kanav Sajdev, pardon me. 4.5 minutes remaining. Will we see a goal? Is it going to be a goalless match? The tradition in the Juhu division is not a lot of goals that are scored. Chance there in the penalty area, looking for the header. Still in the header regions, and that's a push. That's a push, says the referee. And that's going to be a free kick quickly taken by the Goodfellas. They can't afford to waste time. 4 minutes remaining. Looking for the long pass there. Definitely onside. Nicely done. Samay. That's a foul there. Nicely observed by the referee there. Bhargav with that foul. Still not being carded. Just a card that we've seen in this match was in the 10th minute to Suvir Bhatia. Three and a half minutes remaining. Wing Choi Chen with the free kick. Nicely done there. Passing it on, keeping possession. Is that an outside? And that's going to be a kick in for the Goodfellas. Vyas. Back ball coming in. That's an offside. Nicely observed by the assistant referee there. Offside, he says. Three minutes remaining for this matchup to come to an end. Men in white, the Conquerors, first on the points table with 12 points. Goodfellas 7th on the points table with 5 points. On paper, definitely the favourites are the Conquerors. But as of now, it's even Stevens. Offside, says the referee. Going to be a goal kick for the Conquerors. Good long ball there. King for the header. Offside, signals the referee. The flag has been raised. Offside, he signals. Just a little more than 2 minutes to go. Goodfellas versus the Conquerors. Chance! Oh, just not able to get the deflection with the Goodfellas. Perfect intention, just not able to get it converted. The meanwhile chance there for the Conquerors, maybe. Header, nicely held by Aditya Desai. It was, pardon me. Nicely done. Good to see those aggressive football there. Desperate measures. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Still 0-0 the scoreline. Conquerors. Yes, they'll have to ensure that they save it well. Oh, close that was. He's won himself a corner. The Conquerors. He wants a foul there. He's appealing for a foul there. But that's of course going to be a corner. Corner for the Conquerors. Is that a chance? 1 minute to go. Exact 60 seconds remaining now. If yet another corner there, yet another corner. Jersey number 6 of the Goodfellas. That's Aditya Vyas with the defense. It's again good ball taken, looking for the header. Above the crossbar, just above the crossbar. Goal kick it's going to be. It's a 0-0 the scoreline that reads. 30 seconds remaining. Can there be a last second goal the way the Goodfellas did last Friday against the Falcons, thanks to a goal from Puneet Soni that came in the last few seconds that were remaining. Now meanwhile, Conquerors, series of passes, 13 seconds remaining. Still passing it along. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. Yes, 5 seconds to go. So this is going to be the last set of action. Last set of action that we might see this evening in this match. Match number 2 that we are broadcasting of the Bodog Roots Premier League Week 6 of the Juhu division. Last chance for the Conquerors. Owned by Atit Gandhi. Goodfellas need to defend. Chance! No, and that's the end of the match. Conquerors Goodfellas. The match ends in a draw, 0-0.